Hello everyone, and welcome back to this NASSCO MIS training series. In today's video, we'll be looking at the NASSCO Toolkit, which is a mobile app that's designed for data capture. Okay, so first I'm going to log in with a valid username and password. Okay, already inputted that. And when I sign in, here I can see the surveys that have been assigned to me that are currently active. So you can see I have 3 of them. And if there are any surveys that have been assigned to me that are in a draft state, they would also pop up here. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly click on ongoing survey, and here are the 3 ongoing surveys. I'm going to use the PVHH. I'm going to click on that, and here I can see a preview of what the form would look like before I start to capture the data. Okay, so here I have my default values. Now these values are preloaded. Okay, they are set before you assign the form. So the enumerator can't make changes to these values. So to the country, the state, LGA, ward, community supervisor, all these values were loaded before the form was assigned. Okay, and these values can't be changed. Okay, and here I just have a table of content of what of the different sections and forms in the survey. So here's one section, here's the form in the section, here's another section, and this is the form, and so on. Okay, and to start capturing data, all I have to do is click on capture data, and I start to fill out the survey. Okay, so for household serial number, I'm just going to put in a random number here. Is the household ready to participate in the survey? I'm going to say yes. Okay, and when I say yes, I'm presented with additional questions. Now, if I said no, you would see a message will show that says the survey will end. Okay, and I have one more question to answer before the survey would come to an end. Okay, so these types of questions are called end condition questions. Okay, so depending on the answer we give, it will determine the behavior of the rest of the survey. Okay, so if I was to say yes, I can continue on with the survey. If I was to say no, okay, it gives me one more question to answer and the survey would end. Okay, so these type of questions are called end condition questions. We'll speak about these in a future video, but just keep that in mind for now. Okay, so I'm just going to say yes because we do want to go ahead and complete the rest of the form. Date of interview, I'll keep that here. How many people are in this household? I'm going to say it's just me and my wife, so I'm just going to say 2 people. Okay, and household phone number, I'm just going to put a random phone number here. 7. Alternative number of households, so this is not required, so I'm just going to leave that empty. I don't have any alternative number. Okay, and for address, I'm just going to put Abuja, we'll say 2. Okay, and when I save, I'll go on to the next section of the form, of the survey, sorry, and the next section is the head of house section. Okay, so remember the survey we're filling out is the PVHH checklist. Okay, so I'm going to put in my surname here. So Doe, first name John, other names Steve. Okay, I'm just putting in random information. So capture image. So this is where you would click if you want to capture the image of the person you're trying to record data from. Okay, so you just click here and use the camera on your device to record to capture the image of the person. Okay, and for NIN number, I am going to use a random number here. And here, if you notice, there's some data validation going on as you fill out the survey. Okay, so your inputs are being validated as you fill out the survey. As you can see, it tells me the NIN number must be 11 digits. So if I was to put just 3 digits here or 4 digits, it wouldn't accept that input. So until I put an 11-digit number, it won't let me, uh, um, it won't accept the input I give. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to put in an 11-digit number. Okay. And as you can see, it would accept that input. And the same for BVN as well. See, it tells me the BVN number must be 14 digits. So I'm just going to put in a 14-digit number. Okay, and it would accept that input. Okay, so gender, I'm going to say male. Relationship with the household, I'm the head, so I'm going to say I'm the head of the house. This is the head of the house we're capturing. Um, Date of birth, I'm going to say 1991. Okay, 1991, July 30th. Okay, and here you can see the message here says age must match with your date of birth. Okay, so if I put in an age that doesn't match with my date of birth, that input won't be accepted. Okay, so my age has to match with my date of birth. So there's a lot of input validation happening as you go about filling out the survey. Okay, so just to make sure that the information we're capturing is somewhat accurate. Okay, so do you have a birth certificate? So I'm just gonna say no. I'm gonna say I'm married. Uh, no, no. So I'm just gonna fill out just answer these questions. Okay, just randomly. Here you can see the options that have been already populated for us from our database will be displayed to us. Okay, okay. So I'm just going to just fill out random answers just so you guys see what it looks like, when the mobile app is used to capture data. Okay, so I'm going to save and go to the next section. Okay. And here there's a small preview window of the information we just filled out. Okay, so before we move to the next section of the survey, the system allows us to we can delete this information by clicking on the trash icon here. Or if we made a mistake, say we wanted to change our surname or some other information in the section we just filled out, we can just click on the pen icon just like that, and let's say my surname wasn't Doe, it was Doe like that, and maybe my first name was was Josh instead. Okay, so it allows you to come back and quickly make any changes, any corrections you need to make. Okay, then you come back and you save, and as you can see, the surname has been changed here. Okay, then we move on to our next section. Okay, so we close this, and as you can see, there's a message here that tells us number of persons in the household must be 1. Okay, so remember when we said there are only 2 people in this household, it's just me and my wife. Okay, so we want to capture information on everybody in that household. Okay, so we've already gotten information on the head of house, which is myself, so that counts as 1 person. So it's telling you that there's one more person that in the household that we must capture the information for. Okay, so it's not saying it's 2 people because I count as 1 because I'm the head of house. Now I need to go capture the information for the wife. Okay, so we're just going to capture information for one more person. Okay, as you can see, the surname is already the same because we're from the same household. So I'm just going to say first name, uh, Sarah, other names, just some. Okay, and I just give her a NIN number here. Remember, it must be 11 digits. Okay, same with her BVN, 14 digits. Okay, and she's a female. And relationship with the household. See, the system already knows that the next person should be the wife. Okay, but if it wasn't the wife, we can also just come down to the drop down and select the relationship to the head of house. Okay, so but I'm just going to leave that at wife. Okay, date of birth. Let's say we have the same date of birth. So I'm going to say 1991. Okay, July 30th. Remember that must also match. Okay, okay, all right. Okay, so there's a as you noticed, there was a message that popped up. Your wife can't be below 12 years old. Okay, but so there's just some of the input validation that happens in the back end. Okay, so let's just go ahead and again we'll just fill out this information just randomly here. So this is just the rest of the survey. We're just going to answer these questions. We're just going to say no, yes, say I work for the government, let's say primary education only. Are you pregnant? No. Lactating? No, no, no. Okay, so I'll just fill out the rest of this survey. Okay, and I save. Okay, so now we have the information on Doe Sarah, age 28. And again, if you want to delete this, we can. Or if you want to make changes, we can always click on the pen icon to go back and make changes. Okay, so now if we wanted to capture another person, you notice that it will say the maximum limit of one has been reached. Okay, and now this is because we told the system that there are only two people in the household. Okay, so we can't add any more records because we've already told the system that there are two people in the household, which is the head of house and the person we just captured, Sarah Doe, which is my wife. So the system already knows we don't need to capture any more information on any household members because we've already specified there are only two people in this household. Okay, so when we're done with that, what we do next is click on next. Okay, and we continue with the next section of the survey, which is the household assets. Okay, do you have a radio? No. Torchlight? No. Kerosene? No. Mobile phone? You say yes. You see, once I say yes, it says how many phones does your household own? Okay, so if I said no, it wouldn't ask me that question. But once I say yes, it's like how many? I say we own two. Okay, fixed telephone line? No. Whereas if I say yes, it asks me another question. How many house current place of residence does your household own? I'm just gonna say one. Okay. House elsewhere, I'm gonna say no. Land, no. Farmland, I can say yes. It says how many farmland does your household own? I'm gonna say we own one. Okay, so depending on how you answer these questions, it gives you the permission to get more information. So if I said yes, for example, it would ask me how many farmland do I own? If I say yes, I own a farmland, it's going to ask me, okay, how many do I own? If I say no, it wouldn't ask me that question. Okay, so livestock, say no, no, no. Okay, okay, so I'll just quickly fill out the rest of this. Okay, just say no, no, no air conditioner, no furniture, no freezer. We have some furniture. How many furnitures do we have? Say five. No, we have one mattress. Say we have one mattress, one bed. No computers, no washing machine, no television. Okay, let's say we have one iron. How many charcoal irons does your household have? I'm going to say we have one. Okay, so I save that and I'm off to the next section of the survey, which is the living characteristics. Okay, I'm just going to quickly answer these again, just so we don't make this video too long. Just answer these. Okay, how many rooms does your household occupy? Say two rooms. And what is the outcome of this survey? I'm going to say it's completed. Okay, and I'm going to save. Okay, and your data has been saved on your device. You will get that alert. Okay, I click OK, and once I click submit, here we have a preview of how we answered our survey. You can see how this is section 1 of the survey. These are the answers we gave. This is section 2. Household members, just a preview of some of the information and some of the questions we answered. You can see some of the answers we gave in our section 3, and in our last section here, these are the answers we gave. So we just have a small preview of the survey. So we can modify it, we can delete it, or the enumerator or the field agent can just submit. Okay, and we get an alert that says once you submit the data, you can't modify it or delete it after submission. And I say okay, and the data is sent to the MIS. So this is basically how we can capture data with the mobile app, the NASSCO Toolkit, and it's a pretty simple, pretty straightforward. All the information gets sent back to the MIS and can be processed there, and all sorts of reports can be generated from the data we capture uh, using this. So your field agents can easily use the toolkit to capture information from multiple people, and once they submit it, everything goes back to the MIS to be processed and to be analyzed. Okay. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.